Okay, guys, I decided to hop back on since I had to end my life so abruptly earlier. I'm saying earlier. Yesterday evening, I am about an hour and 5 minutes home from work. So this is freshly what a 10.5 hour work shift looks like. I am super tired and super cold. But I can't adjust the air right now because my daughter is sleeping. And if I lower that air by 1 degrees, no, raise the air by 1 degrees, she will definitely notice. So I just have to bundle up. I have one of her blankets and mine that I keep here on my chair. And right now, I am here as long as the coffee holds out. So I shouldn't be drinking coffee right now, but I needed something warm. I'm also having chocolate that I sliced up, and I will be working in my planner, updating next week. And I really need to check off things that I have done so far. So, we are in the middle of August already. So today being Wednesday, when I go to work tonight, this is considered my Friday because my schedule is from Sunday to Wednesday. So this will be considered my Friday. Hi, Sambit. How are you? So I was saying before everyone came in that I'm just briefly jumping on because I ended my live last night really abruptly. I only streamed for maybe about 14 or 15 minutes because I had to prepare to go to work. So I'm just jumping on right now. I am currently updating my planner for next week and checking off things that I have done already this week. And like I said, I'm just here until my coffee holds out. Normally, I use my, I should be able to do it without the glasses. And this bright light is kind of getting to me right now, but we need it so that you guys can see. Okay, so all of this is for today. And I do have to add one thing on here. Too bad I can't have the music going right now. And honestly, what I've been listening to constantly on repeat is something nobody really would probably not even have interest in. I've been listening to Feed the Birds by Mary Poppins on repeat constantly. That was one of my favorite songs, always have been one of my favorite songs in that movie. Hi, Ven Venom Venengale. Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name. It's very unique. So yeah, I've always loved Feed the Birds by Mary Poppins. And normally, if I was not on live, you're welcome. Hopefully, I pronounced your name correctly. If I was not on live, that would be playing right now on low, or my good morning, Mister. How are you? So, what's the cheapest thing you guys have ever purchased from the store? I can now say the cheapest thing I've ever purchased cost me a penny. So when I was in Dollar Tree Monday, I picked this up. I picked it up while I was at the register and then I put it back down. It's actually a travel straw, and I love travel straws, especially to have something like this to throw into my work bag. It even comes with a little brush, and then it comes in this cute little pill case. So I picked it up and hung it back on the rack. And I decided, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get it. So I decided to go ahead on and put it on a belt because it was one of the things that's hanging up at the register. And when the girl scanned it, it scanned for a penny. I was so happy. I decided to just go ahead on and pick it up, but this was the only one there. So I assumed maybe it was something they were trying to get rid of. And since the store can't just give anything away for free, they probably just marked it as cheap as they could. And it's actually scanned for a penny. If I haven't had my receipt up here, it's in my room. I will show you guys. It's scanned for a penny. But this is what it looks like. It's a silicone straw that pops open and it has a little brush in there. So it's a whole little set for a penny. I'm gonna show you guys another little hack. This is my little my lazy coffee hack. So you're not gonna be able to see the coffee grinds in here. And I'm actually drinking my coffee out of my coffee mug. But when I'm too tired to brew myself a cup of coffee coming in from work like this, I need something warm, but I'm too tired to actually put it together. So I just put my coffee grinds in here and I turn my kettle on and pour the water directly in here. You can see the steam coming out. I don't want to make a mess by trying to show it to you guys, but I go ahead, close it up for like 5 minutes and let everything steep together. And the grounds naturally fall to the bottom. So I just slowly pour the liquid from the top and have very delicious cup of coffee. And if I don't finish it, I just put this in the fridge just as it is. and then I'll pour the rest into my mug, heat it up for 30 to 45 seconds, add my creamer, and then just have to wash the coffee grounds out that's left at the bottom. And it's really good. It steeps really good like that. So if you don't have a coffee pot, you should try that. You could still make yourself a nice cup of coffee. So right now I'm just updating this planner for next week because my work week is ending tonight. Like I said, today is my Friday, but that doesn't mean that I won't work anymore this week because normally if my job offers overtime, I've told myself that I'm at the moment, I'm not working any more than 5 days a week. My regular schedule is 4 days a week. And then normally I would pick up 2 days. So I would be on 6 day weeks. And it's just wearing me out a little bit too much. So the most I'm willing to work now is just one extra day. I also have at least two portrait sketches coming up before this month is out. Two for sure. I'm not sure if I'll do more than that, but for sure I have two planned. One I may depending on if I work Thursday or not, I may be on doing that one of them Thursday. So I also want to update my new planner. So this one, as I look through it, I think I did see a big calendar. Okay, so yeah, it does have a, let's see how it starts off. It starts off with this page for notes this month. Okay, it gives the holidays for the month, a place to write special occasion, and birthdays. Okay, so this is how the month starts off in here. Too bad it is it backwards. I think it's backwards for you guys, yeah. But it starts off with what holidays are coming up for the month. I can add special occasions and birthdays, and then any notes I have for the month of August. And then it has the calendar spread, the monthly spread here. And then it goes into the weekly spread. So this is pretty much how I write how I sketch out my calendars. Let's see if there's any special space. Yeah, there's an okay, and then there's a space for notes at the back. So this is pretty much exactly how I do my calendar. So I'll show you for the month of August. I sketch out my month. It's not as big, but I sketch out my month. Normally I'll tab in what I have to do on my smaller calendar here. I like to add a quote. The quote for August is heavy on the self-love. So that means to practice more self-love. So I always add a quote, and then it goes into my weekly, which I am currently updating, and I have to fill the rest of August out. And then here, I'll show you in a different month where it is complete. So one of these months I accidentally cut off. So like here in May, I have I showed you the monthly, so this is the weekly, and then I'll fill in like spending, expenses, my expenses for the month. Normally I'll write in highlights, things that I want to remember that I learned in a specific month. So I normally try to jot things like that down so I can go back to that as memories. But lately I have been putting a lot of my jotting in the back. It's so flushed out from the light. So I've been jotting, taking a lot of my notes in the back. So this is pretty much the same layout. And let's see what they have. Also for September, they have all of the holiday. It has more holidays added into here. We have Labor Day. Autumn begins on September 22nd, but I am decorating for it on September 1st. I'll be doing my decorating on September 1st. So I'm going to jump to the back to see if there's anything special in the back. Okay, there is a double pocket. I love that because I am the queen of ephemera and tip-ins in my notebooks, just like this one. I normally have to paper clip stuff in because I like to keep my coupons for when I have to go to the store, because most of the time I bring this with me just about everywhere. So I'll bring my coupons, put my coupons in here. I have old boarding passes. Although I never use a boarding pass when I'm getting on the plane, I always have them scan my phone. I tip in things that I use for bookmarks. I think I even have a cake coupon in here. All kind of stuff that I don't be wanting to forget. And so when I'm out, it's in here already. So, because I just purchased this, I have a lot to fill in for August. And I'll start with, for one, my grandson's birthday. Only thing, I don't think I have a space for my quotes. Well, I could use the dashboard and just tape them in if I decide to do that. I'm gonna come over there. Good morning. To give my daughter her good morning hugs. She's getting up for work now. Or another thing I wanted to mention. So, if you have the Dollar Tree fountain pens, they do come with their cartridges, but because they're made in the resemblance of a Lamy pen, the Lamy cartridges do fit. And I also tried my Lamy converter. Yeah, it's still on here. It actually takes a Lamy converter. So if you don't want to just dispose of this pen after you've ran out of the two cartridges that it comes with, you can actually order a Lamy converter and order yourself a bottle of ink. Not this one. This is a amazing ink, but not the carbon ink. They're not. It's not good for fountain pens. But something like this, order yourself a bottle of ink and a converter, and you can continuously use your pen. That's things that I'm supposed to make videos on, but I never get around to making videos as I would like to. So I mentioned it. That's how our schedules work out. I come in, settle in for work, and then my daughter wakes up and she's about to head off to work. And by the time she gets off from work, I'm not home. So this is most of the time, this is our time to see one another. So I try. Sometimes I'm just too tired, but she always comes in my room and tries to talk to me a bit before she leaves. Sometimes I come in and I'm just too tired to stay up. And I sleep with a heater year round. I turn the heater on in my room. I put my weighted blanket on and I am out. So I don't know if I want to do this one exactly like I do my regular plan because I wanted this one to be a little different. But for August, I'm just going to do it pretty much the same. Oh, this was my vacation week for this month. Oh, and this was so cute. So, as I was working in my planner when I visited home, my granddaughter kept putting her stickers in my book. So, I thought that was the cutest thing, and I'm going to leave them right where she put them. So, this was vacation. Um, okay, the 29th, which was at here. I think I left on the 29th. Yeah, I left it Thursday. Oh, and I do need to let you guys know an interesting book that I discovered at work. Someone had to search my library for it. He said it's at the top of this. Okay, so why is not at the top on here? You know? Crashing shortly. Have a good day. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the book is called The Precipice, and it is a nonfiction book. This is what the cover looks like. It's very interesting. So let me see if I can go to the store description. Let me get my glasses on for this. The words are much smaller. Okay, so it says this urgent and eye-opening books make the case protecting humanity's future the central challenge of our time. And it goes into saying, If all goes well, human history is just beginning. Our species could survive for billions of years, enough time to end disease, poverty, and injustice, and to flourish in ways unimaginable today. But this vast future is at risk. With the advent of nuclear weapons, humanity entered a new age where we face existential catastrophes, those from which we could never come back. Since then, dangers have only manipulated multiple climate change to engineered pathogens and artificial intelligence. If we do not act fast to of safety, it will soon be too late. So, and let me go back. This is if you are interested in it. So, it's one of the books that I saw when I was at work. Some things, when I'm at work, when I see specific books, I'll get them and put them in my library as samples, and I read the samples to decide if it's something that I want to purchase or not. And I have discovered a lot of books this way. Like some, all of them are not samples that I've gotten from work, but I have discovered a lot of books. I don't know how many books I have in my Kindle library. So it just as full, really, my Kindle library is probably currently fuller than my bookshelves. And what I like about that is I can carry my books around just about anywhere. And most of the time when I'm at home, I read my books on here. But when on break, because it all syncs, I'll continue reading from my phone. That is my daughter leaving. Now I can adjust the air. My sister must still be asleep because she haven't popped in here yet. So what did I do this past Friday? Oh, I worked Saturday. No, I'm feeling in the wrong Saturday. That was this Saturday. That's what happens when you have to backlog and mess things up. It's this Saturday. Yeah, this whole week I was still on vacation. Yeah. Second. Okay, stay up to listen for when my daughter get to work, and then I am going to go get myself prepared for bed so I can do this all over again tonight. I'm so happy that tonight is my last scheduled night. And there she is. She just made it to work. So I'm going to go ahead on and get myself prepared for bed. Thank you for everyone that did join in. And I will catch you guys later.